sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in that. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. Here's Robinson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Got some room at the 30. And some space here. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a 1st.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Ravens 0.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Play action. Now Jackson. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, That's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. A dump off to Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Jackson on 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 29, Jackson. A slant to Jones. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And complete right side to Cook. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this to Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
That caught by Trimble. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. That one complete to Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. And Cook has it left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Blankenship's kick is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fields this way up at the 17, and he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, Jackson. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. That'll be complete to Cook.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this time he is in. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. His guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Here's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Going to let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Robinson, 75 yards. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Blankenship out for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Ravens 17, Jets 14.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. It's complete to Cook. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Jared Cook, 64 yards. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be set. They've got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Mahomes to throw it. This one hauled in by Sample. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Mahomes will throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but Probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
On second down, Elliott once more. Oh, and what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really